What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the possibility of having a big Nintendo announcement this week. Now if you guys are unaware, the Game Awards are going to be happening this week on December 6th, and it's a really cool award show that is hosted by Jeff Keighley. They have a whole bunch of different categories for like best action game, best adventure game, and they give a whole bunch of awards out. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different companies and franchises that come there and show off really cool things, so it's definitely going to be really fun. Now usually Nintendo has a pretty good presence during the Game Awards. There's always a few categories that they get nominated in, but I think a lot of you guys can agree with me in the fact that this year, Nintendo really didn't have an amazing year for the Nintendo Switch in terms of games. Like coming from last year where we had like Splatoon 2, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, this year we didn't really have a whole bunch of huge games, and the really only big game that's coming out this year is the one that's going to be coming out the day after the Game Awards, which is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And also because of the way that the Game Awards works with how games come out after the award show has already happened, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate can't even be nominated for any category this year, and so it's actually going to be considered in some of the categories next year, which is why a lot of people were hoping that maybe this year, maybe Xenoblade Chronicles 2 could get nominated for stuff, since that was like one of the games that couldn't meet the criteria last year, but unfortunately that didn't happen either. But I think that a lot of you guys can agree with me in the fact that Nintendo is pretty much just banking on Super Smash Bros. This year. I mean, we've gotten some other cool games like Mario Tennis Aces and Kirby Star Allies, but those are not like some of the huge games that are at the same level as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. So yeah, pretty much Nintendo has just been focusing on Smash Bros. I mean, we got that teaser in that March Direct, and man, that feels like a long time ago at this point. So we had that teaser, then they focused on it for like 30 minutes during E3, then we had a special 25-minute August Direct for Smash Bros, then we had a huge 45-minute like Direct for Smash Bros as well last month. So they've really been focusing on Super Smash Bros. Now something else that's also really cool about the Game Awards is that Nintendo usually has a good presence during them, and we can always get some good world premieres from Nintendo during the Game Awards as well. And for this year's Game Awards, there's actually a special clip that I have here with Reggie talking with Jeff Keighley, and I want to show you guys this clip, and then I want to talk to you guys about it because I do find it very interesting. But yeah, take a look at this clip for yourself.
With Reggie, because I said, if he's gonna steal my Game Awards date to launch Smash Brothers, I gotta challenge him.
It's the day before. You're the day before.
December 6th.
I'm the day
at 9 p.m. Pacific. I bet that's when Smash comes out.
So we need to do something special on your show.
Okay, well we'll stay tuned.
We'll see.
So the thing that's interesting is that right away they're talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and they was joking around about how Super Smash Bros. Is literally going to come out right at the presentation, because as soon as the presentation ends, which is usually at midnight, that's when Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to launch, because it'll be December 7th. So the really interesting thing is how Reggie mentioned how we're going to have to do something special during the show. And so here's where all the speculation begins as to what could be shown off during the Game Awards this Thursday. And so before we jump into the speculating, I do want to let you guys know about this giveaway that I'm having for the holidays. And so I am going to be giving away one Nintendo Switch game to a lucky person. And so if you guys are interested in winning that, then all you got to do is click on the link in the description. I'll also make it the pinned comment as well. It'll be pretty easy. Just click on that link and follow the stuff here. And yeah, you guys can pretty much choose any Nintendo Switch game that you want. So whether it's Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee, or even a game that's already out like Super Mario Odyssey or The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you can pretty much choose any game that you want. So yeah, once again, if you're interested in that, definitely just be sure to click on the link in the description or the pinned comment. But in terms of what this announcement during the Game Awards could be, I do want to briefly go back to the past Game Awards and the really cool stuff that Nintendo has shown off for the first time. Now the very first Game Awards I'm pretty sure happened in 2014, and the really cool world premiere that Nintendo had during those was the first footage of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now I remember when this was shown, like we were still calling it Zelda Wii U at this point, and it looked really different. I mean, you can see here from this gameplay, this is much different than the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that we have now. Like this was very early in development, like even the way that everything looks on the screen and how it looked on the map and everything, that's all different now. So it's cool to see how it was, but like at that time everybody was so shocked and it looked really awesome. So that was the really big world premiere that they had in 2014. Now 2015 was a sad year for Nintendo because they lost their global president Mr. Iwata, and so because of that we didn't really get any world premieres at the Game Awards, but rather we had a tribute that happened for Mr. Iwata instead. But in 2016, the world premiere was once again more footage of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I find so funny because that game took so long, like the wait for that, I mean it was crazy. So we actually got more footage of that game, but then like since we were so close to the launch of it because it was in 2016 in December and the game came out in March of 2017, this was more like into development, so a lot of the stuff here is actually very similar to how it is in the actual game. But yeah, we got to see some new footage of how it's going to look like. And then last year during the 2017 Game Awards, the world premiere that we got was that Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 are going to be ported onto the Nintendo Switch, and that they also have Bayonetta 3 that's being exclusively developed for the Switch as well. And so with the way that Reggie's talking about how they're going to have to do something special this year during the Game Awards, I am pretty excited to see what we could have, because there's definitely going to be a cool announcement or some big world premiere that we're going to be getting this year. Now, the one thing that I was speculating, and I think a lot of people were also hoping, is that we could get something about Metroid this year at the Game Awards. And I was also hoping that they would do the same approach that they did last year with Bayonetta 1 and 2, and then how they showed off Bayonetta 3. Like, I was really hoping that this year they could just do something like that, where they show that a Metroid Prime trilogy is going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch next year, and then they could show off a little bit of new footage for Metroid Prime 4. And this would actually make a lot of sense as well, because if you guys don't know, Metroid is actually more popular in the West than it is in the East, and so more people care about Metroid in the US than people do in like Japan, so it would make a lot of sense to have this award show where a whole entire American audience is going to be watching, so they could take that time and promote stuff about Metroid. And so while I would love to see a Metroid Prime trilogy be announced, or like new footage for Metroid Prime 4, I really feel like that the thing that makes the most sense is that we're actually going to get something new about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And the reason that I'm saying that is because of the clip that I showed you guys earlier, where they were talking about Smash Bros anyway, and Jeff Keighley was like, well, when the show ends at midnight, that's when Smash is going to come out, and then Reggie was like, we're going to have to do something special, and he said we're going to have to do something special because of Smash coming out at that time, so it kind of makes it seem like they are going to have some type of Smash announcement. And so if they are going to have a Smash Bros. World premiere during the Game Awards, I think that the only thing that makes a lot of sense is to have like one of the DLC fighters be shown off for the first time. Like, we already know that Piranha Plant is going to be in the game, but maybe they could show off like one of the characters that's going to be within the fighter pass, like the very first true DLC character that we're going to be getting. So that's pretty much the only thing that makes a lot of sense to me if it's going to be a Smash reveal. Like, I don't see them talking anything about like World of Light or anything like that, because the game's already gotten leaked. Like, people already know everything, so unless they have like new updates or like new downloadable content for World of Light or something, or like a new mode that's going to be added into the game via an update or something like that, I can only really see a DLC character for like new world premieres in terms of Smash Bros. And also, another possible teaser that I have as to why we might get a Smash Bros. World premiere during the Game Awards is that they actually released a special like promotion video for the Game Awards where they showed off a whole bunch of games and stuff that came out this year, and really the only Nintendo content that's in that video is footage from Smash Bros. Like, we see there's like this one part where they show Donkey Kong from King K. Rool's trailer, we actually see a little bit of footage from World of Light, so really the only thing that's like Nintendo related in that entire promotion video is about Smash Bros. So it kind of makes it seem like they are probably going to talk about Smash Bros. Because it's going to release that night as well. I think it just makes a lot of sense. To be honest though, I really wish that they would have a different world premiere instead of having one for Smash Bros, because don't get me wrong, Smash Bros is very hype, and I'm undoubtedly going to be excited for any world premiere for Smash Bros that they could show, but I just really wish that they would show something else, like maybe for Animal Crossing, or Luigi's Mansion, or Metroid or something like that, because like I said, we've already gotten so much stuff about Smash Bros this year, and the game is going to be coming out after the Game Awards is over anyway. I really feel like they should just show us something else instead of Smash Bros. But yeah, from the setup here, it definitely seems like there's going to be an exciting world premiere that's going to happen for Smash Bros. During the Game Awards, and even if it isn't about Smash Bros, there's definitely going to be something exciting that's going to happen, because you heard it here from Reggie himself. He said we're going to have to do something special, so there's definitely going to be something exciting that's going to happen for Nintendo fans, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Now, I tweeted about this on my Twitter as well, so let's take a look at my Twitter and see if we got any responses. I asked you guys what you think that Nintendo's world premiere is going to be at the Game Awards, and so yeah, here's the tweet right here. I said, Reggie is hinting at something special that will happen at the Game Awards coming this week. What kind of surprises do you wish are shown, and what do you think that he's teasing? Reply to this tweet with your thoughts, and you could be featured in my next video. So yeah, let's take a look at some of your responses. Floet Eternal here is saying maybe a first peek at Animal Crossing. That would be pretty cool. I know the Animal Crossing fans have waited so long for a new game, and so having this on the Switch and a lot of people being excited for it next year, it would be cool if they showed off a teaser or a trailer or some gameplay footage or something, so that would be really nice. Total 64 here is saying Hosho is, oh, I'm not finishing that. Bulbasaur here is saying he said something special, and Smash is called special in Japan, so I think we're going to get our first DLC. I think that we will see Metroid Prime 4, or at least a trilogy for that. Animal Crossing as well. All of these things here I can agree with as well. I think a lot of those make sense. Amiibo guy here saying I think we're going to see a Metroid Prime 4 trailer, maybe a remake of Metroid Prime Trilogy in HD, kind of like what they did with Bayonetta last year. Other possibilities include a Final Smash Ultimate trailer and maybe a Zelda port. Now, I don't know about the trailer, because if the game's coming out that night and if they don't have any new content for Smash, I don't think it would be right for them to just show a trailer with like footage that we already know. So unless they have new Smash content, I don't think there's going to be anything about Smash Bros. And as for a Zelda game, I think, wasn't there a rumor that Skyward Sword could be ported onto the Switch? So maybe they could reveal that. And obviously I can agree with you about Metroid as well. I really do wish that Metroid is shown. Like, that's personally what I would want the most. But then again, Smash is very hyped too. I'll be excited for whatever's shown. Let's see, let's scroll down a little bit here. Metroid Prime 4 info. I think the first DLC for Smash Ultimate, maybe Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 or Smash's first DLC. First DLC for Smash. This Metroid Prime 4 picture. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys are just 50-50 with either DLC for Smash or Metroid Prime 4. Let's scroll down a little bit here. Matthew here is just saying Mother 4. I guess if they can't put Mother 3, just put Mother 4, right? Let's see, this person here is saying probably something on a previously announced game like Metroid. Smash sounds unlikely considering they probably have barely just started development on the DLC. I can agree with you there. I think like even Sakurai was mentioning in the direct that happened for Smash in November, he pretty much said that like they still have yet to develop anything for the DLC. So I don't think that they would even have anything developed. Like maybe they could just say if it's going to be a DLC announcement, like they would probably just say what the character is going to be or give like a little silhouette or shadow, because I highly doubt they have models and all of that already created. But yeah, Kermit the Jolly Frog says Metroid Prime 4, the timing just feels right. So yeah, this person here is saying Smash DLC straight up. Looks like all of you are just saying it's either going to be Smash DLC or Metroid Prime 4. I'm definitely excited for what's going to be shown because Reggie definitely did hype it up. He said to stay tuned or whatever he said, they're going to have to do something special. So I'm very excited for it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all your responses. I'm sorry that I couldn't read all of them. I try to get through as many as that I can, but I don't want to make the video too long. But yeah, thank you guys so much for all your responses. And remember, if you ever want to be featured in videos like this, then definitely just go and follow me on Twitter at @Aero. And so there you go guys, that's all the speculation that I have for a Nintendo World Premiere at the Game Awards. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think it's going to be a Smash World Premiere? Do you think it could be for something else? What are your hopes and expectations? Definitely be sure to let me know down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. We've got a bunch of nice people there who are always talking about Smash Bros. And Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And remember to enter that giveaway as well if you want to have a chance to win a free Nintendo Switch game. Just be sure to click on the link in the description or the pinned comment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.